the decarbonising zones that none of the newly selected councillors are speaking about, considering they all had meetings about them. But each local authority has selected a decarbonising zone as part of its local authority climate action plan. This is a testbed of what is possible for decarbonisation at local level. They are using the guise of low carbon energy, greenhouse gas emissions and climate needs. They say that these DZ concepts give local authorities the mandate, there's the mandate, to take risks, innovate and develop demonstrator projects which, if successful, will be replicated nationally. There are 41 decarbonising zones across Ireland, 29 of which are urban, 6 part urban and 6 rural. The combined population of the DZ area is 530,522 people. The zones in each local authority are Carlow Town, Cavan Town, Kilkee and the Loop Peninsula, 3% of Cork City, west of the city centre, and the Tyndall Institute out towards and including the Munster Technological Universities. Bishopstown campus, Macroom Town, Cardinay and Falcarra, Gartorick, Ringsend, Poolbeg and Ballymun, Dunleary and Blackrock, Balbriggan and Newcastle, Rahoon, Shantala, Westside, Aran Islands, Dingle, Corca, Divna, Maynooth, Kilkenny City, Portlaoise, Carrick-on-Shannon Town, George and Core and Colbert Quarter, Longford Town, Dundalk, Blackrock, Mulranny, Navan, Ashburn and Trim, Kells, Dunboyne, Laytown, Bettystown, Dunstocklin, Ratho, Duleek, Monaghan Town, Tullamore, Roscommon Town, South southeastern area of Sligo Town, Clondalkin, Mid Tipperary, Waterford City, Mullingar Town, Enniscorthy and Arklow. Now, some of these changes made are replacing the changes that they're making under the guise of all these things I mentioned above. Are replacing the oil burner and open fire with a new air to water heat pump. Now, what does this actually mean, though? It means that if the power goes off, you will no longer be able to heat your home without the open fire gas meters and electric meters, which are now pay as you go. So if you don't have the money, which many don't right now, they're no longer legally required to keep you in power. Whereas with your bill pay, it's not as simple to get your power turned off, but this is direct and people will be without power and heating. It's also us, the people, who's going to suffer and not the establishment. Carlow Town has an upgraded town bus park where there's an option to catch a bus, charge an e-vehicle, hire an e-bike or dispose of recyclables. All this is backed or 15-minute cities. It also has the world's first carbon fire appliance, which was launched in August 2024. This vehicle, designed and manufactured locally, has become the model for new low carbon emergency vehicles globally. It's also the first emergency service vehicle in Ireland to be powered by hydro-treated vegetable oil and solar power in replacement of diesel. Dunleary, Rathdown and Dunleary Blackrock decarbonated zones have considered a broad range of potential decarbonising opportunities covering commercial and residential buildings, which include how people travel and what people can do, which is providing connected connected parking cycleways, which is again, folks, it's simply backdoor 15-minute cities. They want no cars through these smart cities, hence the extensive new cycleway paths and walkways that are currently being built right now. Tullamore has made a few changes, one being the rugby club by installing bike racks to encourage active travel rather than vehicles drop offs or pickups. The Tullamore Wetland Project is providing adaptation space for flood events. Waterford City has focused on businesses to reduce their own carbon footprint. It's on its third year of this and has awarded over 1,000 businesses um, who are complying businesses with a rates bill of 10,000 or less are eligible for the scheme. Waterford is the only county that provides a discount on the rates bill of businesses um, that are complying to a greener Waterford. Leitrim changed 14 properties, removing solid fuel ranges, stoves and oil, fixed central heating systems over to air and water pumps and LED lighting, which again just makes people completely reliant on the government and in dire situations if and when the power goes out, because we know the power does go out. These changes were made in the autumn view housing estate. But the plan to do another 1,110 more homes in the area. Kildare Maynooth have made the same air to water heat pump, adding biodiversity measures to the garden. The front driveway was transformed to manage surface water through using a natural based sustainable drainage system, almost like the sea floods coming. Um, Folks, is this really the future we want? If so, we can continue to ignore these changes and carry on the way we are going. Otherwise, but if it's not, it's now time that we need to stand up and actually make our voices heard in this country, because there's so many legislation and changes coming to this country in the next 12 months that we won't even recognise the country anymore. So we really now have to start making our voices heard if this is what we want, folks.